Hey Math 6, happy Friday. Welcome back to another great math class. Today you are going to need your Chromebook, some creativity, and maybe some art supplies depending on your choice. So you might want to be thinking about where like white computer paper or construction paper might be, colored pencils, highlighters, markers, etc. Or if you prefer to do your work digitally and you have an app you really like to use, or if you want to use Google Drawings like we did for yesterday's assignment, you can feel free to do that. Hopefully you got a little chuckle out of today's meme. Thank you. Now I have you guys and the fifth graders sending me funny ones that you come across. So if you haven't seen one that you've sent yet, hang tight because I have a whole list of them that I use each day. So thank you for making me smile and laugh as always. Today we're going to continue with our discussion and exploration of drawing and identifying angles. As a reminder, we have 4 types of angles that we've been looking at. So here's a nice little cheat sheet reference guide for you. Maybe you want to take a picture of this or a screenshot, or I know some of you have been taking notes in your math binder, so that's totally fine too. But as a reminder, an acute angle is an angle with a measure between 0 and 89 degrees. Think a cute little angle. That's another way to remember it. Here we have a right angle. It's any angle with the exact measure of 90 degrees. Think a corner, stair steps, or anything that is a perfect square. I always like to think of the edge of a piece of paper or like a sticky note. That makes a perfect 90-degree angle. We also have obtuse angles. An obtuse angle is any angle with the measure of 91 to 179. So an obtuse angle is the angle between a right angle and a straight angle. And a straight angle is any angle with the exact measure of 180 degrees, just like a straight line. So as a reminder, a right angle and a straight angle have exact measurements. Okay, we're going to dive into today's assignment, which will tap into some of your creativity, which I love seeing what you guys produce. Similar to our other posters that we've done and that you've submitted, you can choose to do a paper, pencil and paper poster, or you can choose to create something digitally. That is totally your choice. Do what you prefer, do what you feel comfortable with. You will also have the choice of using your first name, your last name, or both your first and last name. That will make a little bit more sense once I show you the example, but know that you have some choice too. You're going to need to make a key for your project, and this assignment is due on Monday. You have today, Friday, you have the weekend, Saturday, Sunday, and you have Monday. So just make sure you turn it in before you go to bed on Monday night. And I'll show you in a moment in Google Classroom where you'll be submitting this assignment, but you will be submitting it via an attachment in Google, whether you're doing it digitally or on paper. So we're going to take a look at today's assignment and my example in Google Classroom. So hang tight while I switch us over to our Math 6 Gold Google Classroom. All right, here we are in our Google Classroom. This screen should look familiar. You're going to go over, as usual, to classwork and look for today's date, which is May 1st, and this assignment is called Angles in a Name. Notice that it doesn't say it has a due date, but I'm letting you know it is due Monday before you go to bed. Please watch this YouTube video before completing the assignment. Again, the YouTube videos always stay posted, so you can always come back and rewatch this if you have other questions. So we're going to go over detailed directions together and an example project below. Check it out, call a friend or a classmate, email me with any questions, and remember that you can turn it in today if you want, or turn it in this weekend or Monday, and just have some fun with it. I'm going to open up the example first. so I can show you what you'll be creating. All right, notice at the top it says Miss Phillips's example. So you will be doing something very similar to this. I chose to do mine on paper and pencil, and then I took a picture of it, and I'll talk more about that in a moment. So what you're going to do first is you are going to decide whether you're going to use your first name, your last name, or both. So I did the name that you guys call me, Miss Phillips, so I have my last name, and then I added just I miss you at the bottom because I do. I miss all you guys. So what I did first, and I'll hold up mine, you can see I did it with marker first, is I wrote my name using straight lines only. So you'll know, like usually I do an uppercase P and it has a curve, or S's have a curve, but I did it with all straight lines. And the reason is because I'm going to show different angles that are in my name. So I'll do, let's do Claire, for example, because her name begins with a C and has a, which has a curve to it. So if I was Claire, I might write my name using all straight lines like this. So again, it's okay if yours doesn't look like this, but here's an example of a way you could do it with all straight lines. Claire. A Gloria has an uppercase G that has a curve to it. But I'm going to do it with all straight lines. Notice my A in Claire and my A in Gloria are different, but they're still using straight lines. So no curves. Everything has to be straight. So that's your first step. Again, you can do that digitally, or you could use pencil or marker or something and do it on just blank paper. So I wrote my name, Miss Phillips, first in black marker. And then my second step was actually creating this key that you see. Sorry, my allergies are driving me crazy. If you see, look up here at the top right-hand corner, there's my key. Your key has to include acute, right, obtuse, and straight angles. So I wrote the 4 types of angles in black pen, and then I used highlighter and color pencil because I didn't have enough different colored highlighters at home with me. So I made a key that shows anything that you see in pink is an acute angle. Anything that's highlighted in yellow is a right angle, green is obtuse, and blue is straight. I tried to do at least one of every angle if I could. So you'll notice, let's start with acute. The inside of my M right there where I highlighted is an acute angle. It's less than 90. So it's in between my S's, here and here. For my right angles, I did 2 inside each letter P, and then I also did 2 in the H's. Notice I didn't highlight all of the right angles, I just did a few, and that's okay. You don't have to do every single angle, but do as many as you'd like, or just a handful. Obtuse, I actually only had 1 obtuse angle, and it's barely obtuse. I actually had to measure it. So it's just a little more than 90 degrees. And that was my only obtuse angle. And then my straight angles are in blue, like you can see in my key here. So I have a straight angle along the P, H, I, L, L, I, and the P and the S. So a lot of straight angle choices. Again, I didn't highlight every angle I could have. I just picked a few for each. But it's really important that you include a key that's color-coded, so I can see where you identified the different angles in your name. Okay. After you finished writing your name, you're going to color code your angles, and providing a key, you should upload a picture or digital image onto this document. Once it's uploaded, you're going to press Turn It In. If you need help uploading a picture or inserting an image, call someone from class. I know that you have each other's phone numbers or email addresses. A lot of you figured out how to do it with your inequalities poster, so you're going to do that again. You could email me, or you could ask a family member for help. Personally, what I did, since I did mine on paper and pencil, I took a picture with my phone. I emailed it to myself, and then I attached it to the Google Doc. There are a lot of different ways to do this, and I know we shared some as a class as well. So here's an example. After you've looked over the example, you'll notice this document where it says angles and a name assignment, that's where you're going to upload your picture. So you'll see the same thing, except you don't see my picture down here anymore, because this is where you're going to insert your image. And when you're done, you're going to press turn in. Because I'm the teacher in this class, I don't have an option to turn the document in, but you'll see that blue turn in button. All right, guys, have fun with this. I'm loving doing our geometry unit together. I hope you have a wonderful Friday. I know it's First Friday also. Make sure you check out the First Friday videos. You might see something from yours truly on there. And if you have any questions, let me know. Otherwise, I look forward to seeing you next week, and I hope you have a great weekend. Bye.